Welcome to Black Love Matters, with a service of therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding Irina Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or shit. Y'all know how I go. Nirma Nyambi. Could have put it in better. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Neil.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 309, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's black and okay. What's going on, baby?
Me? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been a week since we talked to y'all again. I feel like Nirma and I keep tag teaming. It wasn't him. It was me this week, y'all. I was like drained from work. Was it just me, Nirma?
It was a long week.
I was literally drained for work and had nothing else to give. So Nirma gave me some grace just to bow out and relax a little bit. But we're trying to figure out some stuff to make our lives a little bit easier. Nirm works with a personal trainer, and he gets like these food meals delivered. So we're actually going to try that. I've never tried that before. It seems like a huge luxury that I'm trying to transition to be ready for. What do you think about that, Nirm?
I think it's interesting.
You want to explain to the people what it is, kind of?
Yeah. And so my personal trainer, he don't cook.
Why you say it like that? He don't, like, literally.
Like literally.
There's nothing in his house but water?
Water. He live in that bachelor lifestyle. Like I went over there one day because his brother cuts my hair. And this nigga literally had condiments. Not even condiments. It was like ketchup, ketchup in the fridge. And I was like, nigga, what the hell? And he's like, yo, I'm not very home. Like, I just get these healthy food delivers, right? So he was telling me about it, put me on, and I just found out that I'm going to be running Boston Marathon, which is pretty exciting. And I was like, shit, I need to get my shit in order.
Yeah.
I need to get Boston ready. Let me get this food together. So I hit him up, and it's like, yo, tell me more about this.
Yeah.
So I can get on here and get up on the ball.
Nirm said we've been eating like trash. We've been eating out. We've been doing anything but anything healthy. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I need to decide if I'm going to get on with it too. We'll see though. We'll keep you updated on how that's going though.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you how you feel about the Boston Marathon, but I figure you'll share that too. What did I do this weekend? Literally went by in a blur. Y'all be proud of me. I got out the house again. I went and hang out with some folks in the city, and we just had a good brunch. The way y'all do brunch in San Francisco is litty lit, honey. You know, I'm used to the East Coast brunches where you just get you a bottomless something and you kind of stumble home, take a nap. But out here, you don't necessarily do the bottomless ones. Then your brunch is pretty healthy. But then it is very much a trend. Well, after you go to brunch, you go to the bar after. It's like the third time this happened to me. We'll go to brunch and I'm like, all right, well, let me call my Lyft. Let me get on back on to South Bay. Let me get back on home.
And they said, nah, I mean, no.
They're like, no, it's time to go to the bar. I said, the bar?
Yeah, the bar.
The bar. And I was like, oh, okay.
The bar.
So it was interesting, but it was just good to be in good conversation, good fellowship, just good folks around. I think I'm finally letting my guard down when it comes out to living out here. I think that's something unspoken. Maybe we do an episode of like, what has been our experiences, good, bad, and ugly, about living in the Bay, and what we've learned, and you know what we like and what we don't like. Because I do believe it is true what everyone says. There's a difference between living in Silicon Valley and the Bay are two different places. Silicon Valley is within the Bay, but the Bay is not within Silicon Valley. Okay, like it's just a different energy out here. So maybe one day we'll talk about it. And honestly, if we're talking about East Bay, so like Oakland on the other side of, like, I almost said the river. Is it literally the Bay? On the other side of it.
Yeah, it's the Bay.
Nirm won't take me, so.
I will take you. I just won't take you Monday through Friday.
And then Saturday you booked. Then Sunday I'm booked. So when we go? Never.
First Fridays.
But we do got some opinions on the South Bay and like San Francisco, living in those types of things. Even just how people move, it just feels very different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed that. I had some good energy back at home. I almost went home this weekend. I think this was one of the weekends I dropped the ball. I should have figured out a flight to get home. One of my aunts celebrated her 60th birthday, and it was just good for the whole family to kind of come together and celebrate. You know, a lot of times brown people, when we come together, congregate, there's always something for negative, like a funeral or something. But it was just really good for everyone to come together and celebrate for like life and a birthday, and everyone's there. Like, I feel like that's one of the snapshots that everyone's going to remember, but I wasn't a part of that memory, and that makes me a little sad. So I'm just thinking about stuff like that to make sure I don't. Usually I'm pretty good about not dropping the ball about that. But since I think Nirm and I have been in like white ass New England or out here in San Francisco, because we're not in the day to day with the family, sometimes it's hard for me to pinpoint like, oh, I probably should be there or I shouldn't be there, compared to our first couple of years in white ass New England, I had clarity like, oh no, I needed to be there for this. I'm gonna hop on this plane. Where as time and years go on, I'm like, do I need to be there? Oh, and after it happened, I'm like, oh, that was really important. Why didn't y'all tell me it was that important? Like that type of stuff. Do you find yourself doing that now?
Yes.
Sorry, y'all know that's Mabel. Whenever they walk upstairs, she bark. We gonna figure it out. Just hang in there with us. Just keep us lifted. As y'all can tell, I'm low energy. I'm tired. I don't have time for the bullshit. But I'm sorry. What are you gonna say? I'm gonna kill me. Anybody looking for a dog? Anybody looking for a 10-pound poodle mix? I'm selling it for $40. Shipping not included.
Shipping not included. You got to pick her ass up.
Jesus.
I think you do miss out on those things. I also think since you have a huger family, a bigger family than mine, that I think those things come more often than not for y'all than it does for like my family.
Yeah.
So I think it's for us it becomes a bigger deal because it happened fewer and far between versus y'all.
Like I even think about his 60th birthday. Like my aunt just started it, so now it's gonna trickle down to all.
Yeah,
my aunts and uncles,
so
right?
Everybody
gonna be turning. Birthday. Yeah, everyone's gonna be doing something for theirs now, and it's just a matter of months and years spread apart because they're all like close in age.
Yeah,
yeah. So but it's still experiences that it's like, man, I just think about like how many milestones we've missed. I think that's also the sacrifices of like working and doing something different and taking out a chance and just being different. Honestly, that's what when I was at brunch, me and my friend, we were talking about like the difference in lived lives that we chose in comparison to some of our family and friends. And there's tons of benefits also, but there's also tons of sacrifice that comes along with that too. And I'm saying you don't got to think about it as much, huh?
I don't want to say I think about it as much. I do, but like my family's so small though. That I don't have to think about it that much because there's only like a couple people versus like, it's a lot easier when it's just Christmas and it's just like my mom and my sister and like a couple of my nieces and nephews, right?
Yeah,
and I can just talk to them all at once. Versus you, like it's harder because you got all these family on like both sides of the family. They come together and then like they do this whole thing where they pass the phone around and it becomes like a guilt trip. Like, hey, how you doing? You doing good? Boy, I wish you was here. And then like you go in the cycle of like everybody like, boy, I wish you was here. But when you do come, you almost feel like, well, shit. I done flew all the way here, spent all this money, and like now y'all motherfuckers talking about y'all at work.
True. It's just something I'm thinking about as I'm getting older, as life is shifting and evolving. Other things, I didn't watch a lot of movies this weekend, but I did catch one thing on Netflix. It's called She Did That. And what it is a peek inside the lives of Black women entrepreneurs and just their story, how they got here, and advice for folks who are interested. It was inspiring. It really just got me on my game of thinking, like, what is my 5 to 9 hustle, or at least being more aware of like where I spend my dollars. So meaning not like how much do I spend a day on food, but am I actively supporting Black and women-owned businesses in spaces where I can, and not mindlessly shopping because that's what I've always done. So it was just so nice. Like I said, it's on Netflix. It's called She Did That. And it's a bunch of like just Black women entrepreneurs from the diaspora just sharing their story. And for y'all who don't know, Black women is the highest rising population of entrepreneurs in the world. So it was just good. It was just good to see us and business, and it just got me thinking about like, what do I want to do and how do I connect it? Y'all know I'm a cubicle warrior, but you always got to have multiple streams of income. And what does this mean? Like the stuff that I'm doing, how can I make it transferable? And it just got my wheels turning too. What do you think? Did you watch that? I think you should watch it. You will like it.
No, I haven't watched it.
I think you will like it. I think you could relate.
Okay.
Perfect. What's going on with you, Nero?
This week was, I would say it was just interesting, draining.
Yeah, this was a draining week.
Definitely think it was a draining week. So for like the day job, like we're launching a new feature. And the CEO is just like running us ragged. So much so.
What CEOs do.
Yeah. And I think, CEO jobs is still like to get the most out of people while they're there, right? And I think since, A, I'm the only Black one in there, but B, I'm the only one that's like really willing to raise their hand up and be like, hey, this is fucked up. So, she's pushing, she's trying to stretch. And like the way it looked, the conversations is happening, like ain't nobody telling her like, yo, this feature ain't gonna be ready. Mm-hmm. Like, I know you want it on this day, you want this launch. Like, I don't know who you told and who you promised to, but this ain't gonna happen on this day.
Yeah.
And whatever you thought was gonna happen is not gonna happen. So we need to figure out how to do that, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, wow, I'm glad you told me that. I wish other people would have just stood up and said that. I wish we could have figured that out. Like, don't worry about it. Yeah, let's push it back.
So folks be scared to say stuff sometimes.
And I'm like, I'm not the coder coding.
Yeah.
I'm just a nigga doing the nigga shit.
Oh my gosh. You doing stuff that's important.
But I'm saying though, like, I'm just doing the marketing and everything, like, but I'm not the coder's coding. Like, the coder should be like, yo, I can't type as fast as you want. There's still some bugs here.
Yeah, and if you want it done appropriately, I need another week. And I mean, it ain't like they said I'm just 2 months out. Mm-hmm. They just need days, little more days, so they can take a nap and wake up.
Exactly. They need a time like that dude from Vermont who created that app.
Ooh, don't do that.
He just needed a little bit more time.
So take some more time.
And they didn't want to give it to him.
I agree.
So, and I think that's the thing about here in like Silicon Valley is that people are always talking about stretching and pushing and pulling and things of that sort, but it's like you do all that at what expense? Mm-hmm. And then be the thing like, oh, we getting it done, we gonna live by, the lean concept, we gonna have Scrum Masters and all this shit. And be like,
what is it called?
Scrum Master.
What the hell is that? That sounds like slavery.
It's from like the lean startup concept. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck a Scrum Master is.
Yeah.
But
I like to let people stop.
Like, but they were having like certifications for it and shit.
What?
Yeah, look at that. Scrum Master certification.
What do they do? Who knows?
They Scrum Master. Mm-hmm. A Scrum Master is the servant leader of a Scrum team. The Scrum the Scrum Master help those outside of the Scrum team understand of which of their interactions of the Scrum team are helpful and which aren't. The Scrum Master helps everyone change these interactions to maximize the value of the Scrum team.
Scrum is a methodology that allows teams to self-organize and make changes quickly in accordance with agile principles. The Scrum manager manages it. Also, you want a fungible team. So if you're doing this today, you need to be able to do something else tomorrow. And as a team, you need to be able to kind of gather all your resources and go toward that one moment. And then the Scrum master is like the program manager of it all. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotcha. So it's basically not getting people with the expertise to do it, but you like scaling and learning it yourself and figuring out. That can be hard.
Yeah. And I'm like, motherfucker, you the Scrum Master? Let the CEO know.
Master? Oh.
Let the CEO know.
I know what you mean.
Let the CEO know.
I think if you're a Scrum Master, you got to be able to speak up.
And be like, hey, I know you want it on this day, but guess what?
It ain't
happening.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to happen like on one day, like they was just talking like the Scrum, I guess. I don't know what the hell you call them.
Mm-hmm. The team of the Scrums.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to call them coders. The coders.
The Scrums.
The motherfucking coders was like, talking to each other. And I think it's like 5 of them on the team. And it was like, how many bugs you got? And it's like, oh, I got
20.
I got 5 P0s, 10 P1s, and 11
Jesus
P2s.
It don't sound like none working.
And like P2s is going to start to be in the app.
Yeah.
So from P0 is like most urgent. P1s.
Yeah, the app will break.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's less urgent. And then all the way up to P2s is sort of go into the app.
Yeah.
Into this feature.
Yeah. Sure.
And like, how many you got? Oh, I got 12 P0s. And some of them got PR. So you're just like, shit.
What's PRs?
It's like more urgent than P0s.
I hate Silicon Valley. What are they talking about? Is it important? They love to talk in this language. PRs. What the R mean?
I don't know. Right now.
Yeah, right now. About to die, collapse. Then they be like, Project Evergreen. I'm like, oh my God, everything. What are these abbreviations?
And then, these niggas be, they usually having all types of shit. And then it'd be different for like, Apple versus Android. Like, oh, I'm doing a hot fix. Like, what the fuck is a hot fix? Oh, like that's a P0 for Android. But on Apple, it's called something else. And it's like, what the fuck?
They are literally making this ship as they go, y'all. All that to say, go ahead and watch She Did That so you can come up with your own hustle. Don't be a scrum master.
Exactly. But other than that, like my 5 to 9 is going well. You know, I was in this campaign, and I just spent a lot of time this week, like talking to lawyers, talking to 8 potential agents.
Can you talk about the importance of having representation and making your shit in order, though? I think we've always preached the lawyers and accountants are money well spent. If you ever get into the point in your business or in your life and you need 2 of those aren't the 2 people you should skim the bank around. Those are the folks you should invest a lot of money in.
The importance is as you are an influencer, right? Or you moving from like social media influencer to like I don't know what's the next step to that. It's like public figure or like being someone small business turning into a business. You know, you're making like real money from this, right? And like
this is your money,
right? Like this is your money, right? Like you can pay a bill with this, and not just one bill. You can pay multiple bills, maybe half a rent. Like then it's the time to like really think about, you know, talking to lawyers and figuring out, like if you getting paid right. So you know, I'm at the point now where like I've spent so much momentum of working at this for so long that you know brands and different companies are reaching out to me and being like, hey, we want to attach you to X, Y, and Z. And the reason why you want a lawyer and not want to do this yourself is because, like, hell, you might not know market rates. You might not ask for something that you need to ask for. Or they might put you in, like, a fucked up shit. And you don't even know because, like, you read it, but, like, you didn't read it and ask questions. Like, for example, like, I had I'm part of this campaign, and they like, we want you to have like a exclusivity for like the next 2 years. So it's like, wait, this campaign is going to run from however long, but you telling me that I can't work with no other brand within this vertical for the next 2 years? Like, are y'all paying me? And it's like, no. And it's like, well, fuck, why the fuck would I do that, right? So like having a lawyer to like put that lawyer speak on her and that legalese to be like, our client is not doing that and blah, 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 right? Because it's also like having that intermediary. So the lawyer can be the bad guy and like you can still be the face, the happy person, the happy-go-lucky person. You can be like, hey, like my representation told me not to do it. Yeah. So I think that's always a good thing. Having an accountant is always a great thing.
Gotta keep your money in order.
Especially if you doing the business shit, you got an LLC. Or C Corp or any type of business entity, you got to have an accountant to figure out what you got going on.
I agree. And I mean, I know Niram's talking about more of the digital media, social influencer role, but I think no matter what you're doing in your life, you need to have those two people or a form of those 2 people on speed dial. So in legalese, when you're doing any type of contracts, be it if you're buying a house, be it if you're going to have conversation with any other company, entity, hell, your own job, right? I tell people all the time, do not go talk to HR without representation. And don't do it your job. Like always, you need to have some form of representation, and that's always worth it. And then as far as accounting, maybe it doesn't have to be an accountant, but it can be a personal finance person. As you're becoming a cubicle warrior, you know, it gets to the point if you're just matching out on your 401k, that's not good enough.
No.
Like, you know, if you're, I would say over 35, and that's the only thing you're doing, you're going to have to reexamine some shit because Social Security not going to be around when we're there. Like, you really should be talking to a financial advisor or a personal finance advisor to navigate through that. So it doesn't matter if you lean more on the creative side, if you're more of a cubicle warrior, you really need to make sure you have a finance person. And then as you're going into any contracts or talks where your word is going to be the end all be all, you need a lawyer in there for your paper trail. And that's just what it is.
And I also think it helps out because you be like, oh, like I'll have my lawyer look at this. It's something about that term that let people know like, oh, you serious. Yeah. Like I just can't put no bullshit in here.
Yeah. And I say for jobs too, but I don't talk to any lawyer. You don't ever talk to another lawyer without a lawyer. Like that's another thing. Oh, I don't talk to lawyers without a lawyer.
Right. Oh, you want legal to come talk to me?
Yeah.
Well, I need to go get a lawyer there.
Yeah. And that'll straighten people out real quick too. Look, they're like, oh shit.
Like, because the thing is, like, their legal team is not there to protect you. They're there to protect the company
or the entity or whoever it may be. And always knowing that. I mean, even if we're doing the cubicle warriors, like just real talk for all cubicle warriors, HR is not there to support you.
No.
Even if you going on paternity leave, they ain't there to support your ass either. Like, they there to tell you how many days you get off, but please believe if it's a reorg or something going on, they can get your ass out of there. Guess what?
Bye-bye.
Wheezy fucking what?
Weezy out of here.
So never going with the expectation that HR is there to support anything else but the interest of the company, no matter what the fuck they tell you. Yeah. What's going on? What other check-ins you got, Nero?
Other than that, the internet has been going crazy. I don't know if you know about this, but the OnlyFans got hacked.
What's OnlyFans? So
OnlyFans is for the it's the new sex worker porn Instagram site.
What? Hold on. So it's where you go to have
it's
sex?
It's Instagram for the sex workers.
Maybe I don't have an understanding of a sex worker. Like, are you talking about people who just strip, or are you talking about people who have sex with other people?
Both.
Is prostitution allowed?
It's not prostitution if you're like you. So the thing is, like,
what's the difference between sex working and prostitution?
Prostitution is sex work, but other things can be considered sex work. So, like, a cam girl is considered sex work.
Yeah, but I don't consider that prostitution. What?
That's what I said. Like, prostitution is sex work, but sex work is not always prostitution.
Oh, okay. So it's anything erotic in nature that you get money for.
So, like, you pay, like, the people pay for, like, a subscription, like $4 or $5.
Oh, it's like them folks who be jumping on balloons.
Yeah, and they do jumping on balloons or just be
or dressed up like animals.
Yeah, or like just be having sex with themselves and shit like that.
And
or
people
like
watch
posting nudes and things of that sort.
Okay.
I call it like the X-rated Instagram.
Oh,
you pay for.
Hold on. And somebody hacked it. And what they do with it? Like, what they just share their pictures? What they hack?
They hacked it, and from what I see on BuzzFeed,
they taking people money?
So from what I seen on BuzzFeed, they hacked it and put their whole I want to say repository of all the people who've posted on there and put all their videos and pictures out.
Oh, so ain't still nobody identity or credit?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's kind of. So, I'm sure some niggas is very happy, but I'm sure them sex workers pissed.
So they mad.
That's copyright infringement.
They mad just like when Napster and LimeWire and ShareBear came out when niggas was bootlegging them albums. Now they bootlegging vids.
Sex working.
Now they bootlegging nudes and sex videos. Like it was already out there though.
Some of you niggas is grateful. But I feel bad for the sex workers, honey. Mm-hmm. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills.
Hey, there's paying taxes and shit.
Come on, that's what I said.
Wearing those onesies and jumping on balloons and shit
dressed
like
up
that.
as pandas.
Exactly.
I be pissed. Are they suing?
Who they gonna sue?
Who the fuck did it? Did Anonymous do that?
They don't know. And OnlyFans talking about, well, we checked our systems and we didn't get hacked, so we don't know how they got them videos.
Oh, OnlyFans is petty. They're not even actively working to get it down. Is it still up?
Yes. The thing is, once you get it up on the internet, baby, like
they're not even acting in good faith to try to.
They can try, but once it's up, like from what I heard, it was somewhere around 4 terabytes of like pictures, videos, and all that stuff out there.
Dang, so the sex workers got to start again.
Yeah, or they just got to keep going.
Are they continuously hacking them?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I mean, I never heard of this OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Do you pay in Bitcoin?
No, you pay in dollars.
Oh gosh. I mean the boys and the girls who work there pissed. I mean, not at corporate. I mean the ones who up there dressing up.
Yeah.
And showing their feet. So this is something for everybody. Mm-hmm. Everything from feet to what?
To everything. Furries. To whatever you want to think about.
Everything.
Wigs, afros, colors,
Everything.
Some people be into that neon shit. Food.
Mukbangs.
Yeah. New ASMR. So, imagine somebody just sitting naked.
That black woman with that pickle. She up there, you think?
Imagine that black woman with the pickle.
With them real lips.
with her shirt off, titty showing, eating that pickle.
Oh, my gosh. It's something for everybody on OnlyFans. No one should be lonely.
Exactly.
Everyone should be fulfilled sexually.
So,
I feel sorry for that's like copyright infringement, though.
It is copyright. But I think it's just crazy in the day in this world that nudes is considered like copyright infringement now.
If it's their work, if they're creatives and that's their work,
property.
And it's what they produced, and especially for some of the the kinkier sides, I can't do it. Can you reproduce some of the stuff they be doing?
No.
Yeah, what they got? They got puppies and horses. You know what they got when they pretend you do dog play? Like,
Oh.
I can't do that. So that is intellectual property. Ain't nobody can repeat it like they repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. I think I feel bad.
You think you feel bad?
Yeah. What is the what did we watch? Was like sexological body workers.
The sexological body workers.
Where was I watching that at? That was something. It was some type of documentary we watched, and it was like sexological body workers. I mean, I imagine the OnlyFans people are mad.
I think the fucked up part is how like OnlyFans, the company, like, well, we ain't.
Company
It
don't
ain't
care.
come from us.
Terabytes
I
of
told you,
stolen
it's
adult
like-
content from OnlyFans have leaked.
Yes.
Why BuzzFeed break it?
I don't know. Because, you know,
Oh,
BuzzFeed is the
nasty.
newest. And, you know, they got
nasty
some of the
BuzzFeed.
OnlyFans people for comments and shit.
Oh my goodness! Look, everybody mad.
Yeah. Anywhere between 1.5 to 4 terabytes worth of content.
Wow.
So, you know, like the porn stars even go on OnlyFans and like do shit. Like Jada Fire's on OnlyFans.
Oh, thank you, Nir. Oh my God, these niggas
And, like,
got this shit
it's
organized.
organized.
Is that Google Drive? What is this on?
I think it's on Mega Uploads.
Oh shit. Oh, they got this. Wow, they're organized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, ain't nobody snitching on them.
Mm-mm.
This is so organized.
And they talking about, well, we don't know. But the thing is, like, once you get out there,
It's
there's so
hard.
many
You can make
forums
copies.
and like dark web and BitTorrents that's up that's going to keep it afloat. So it ain't nothing like they can really do. They can keep sending, what is it called? Those DCMA copyright things like the record companies. Be
One of the
sending out.
quotes is, "Our online content should be protected just as any other performer would be in any other industry," said performer and OnlyFans user D Siren. Siren added that, though, that anyone's looking at the leaked material today, it was missing its point, saying that OnlyFans is more about the interaction than we have with our fans, which is only personal. Our fans know that, and it cannot be recreated by someone hacking or sharing our information. So that's pretty fucking worthless. Nah, sis, I think folks gonna do pretty good on this. I mean, the folks that they paying and they gonna come back.
Yeah,
because
like,
they want more material.
of course, like some people, like, yeah, I feel like I built a relationship with this person, but some niggas just trying to get a nut off.
Yeah, some people is.
They don't give a fuck about
I would
them.
say the majority. Mm-hmm. And I think the ones who aren't will be back.
It's heartbreaking to see the content we've all worked so hard to create just to be thrown into the hands
Of
of
the
the wrong
wrong
people. From what I've
i.e. not
seen,
paying.
pretty much everyone has an account on OnlyFans has been leaking to such a huge amount of storage. I doubt everyone will be seen.
Oh. I mean, I get it. But you just gonna have to get back to work, honey.
Like there's forums of like any leak that comes out, they put it on that particular forum and shit.
So you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and there's people on there. It's like, oh, I'm gonna keep this alive.
You niggas
so
go
if
to
anybody take it down, like I got, you know, they'll have like mirrors of links and shit like that.
Yeah. You niggas be on OnlyFans. I never even heard of that.
You never heard about OnlyFans and minifans? Like,
No.
you know, some of your favorite Instagram models might have like an OnlyFans.
Are you talking about? I don't have any favorite Instagram models.
I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, I
was
thought
just
you were talking about
you.
me. You niggas
I
have
have
favorite Instagram models?
Some niggas do.
What do you?
No.
Oh, okay. What is favorite about them?
What you mean?
What is to be favorite about them? Are they spitting intellectual
No.
knowledge, or what are they
No.
doing? They
Your favorite Instagram model might have an OnlyFans.
oh, okay. Well, bless up, as the children say.
You want to hop into some pillow talk?
Yeah.
So Super Tuesday is coming up this Tuesday.
Shit.
What?
Y'all ready for? I ain't ready for Super Tuesday. I think I know who I'm voting for in the primary, so that's done. But now I gotta read all these proposals that's happening in California.
Yes.
Why didn't you niggas tell me?
And you know, Joe Biden won South Carolina.
Yeah, y'all thought he was gonna lose that.
I thought he was.
My boy stepped back.
Who?
You already know.
Yang Gang? Yang
Nan Gang
gone.
was not my boy. Tom Steyer.
Tom Steyer stepped back.
Tom Steyer stepped down, and I'm very sad about it.
Oh, did Bloomberg step down?
Bloomberg's never stepping down. He's gonna see at the end. He's gonna see which Democratic
Bloomberg is the new Jill Stein. Gonna fuck up the votes at the end. Watch.
Bloomberg is going to see which one of the Democratic folks win, and then he gonna call them like, how much do you want for your what you gonna call it? What are they called? Delegates. He gonna be like, how much you want for your delegates?
How much you want for your delegates? Like, what's going on with the Republican Party? Who
Nothing.
the hell is Bill Weld?
Bill Weld, Joe Walsh.
Who's Joe Walsh? That sound like
who Bill? What got the one? Oh, he looking intense.
I don't even know who the hell Joe Walsh is.
Can you go back? Who is the one that got one vote?
Bill Weld.
Where did he get one vote for?
I don't know. I don't know where he got this one. Oh, he former governor of Massachusetts. Really?
That makes sense.
Where'd he get this one delegate from?
I wonder how much it cost.
What state did it come from?
I don't know what state that came from.
Maybe Iowa?
Let's see. Yeah, Iowa subs.
Yep, it came from Iowa.
It was at 400 people. I know that's right, Bill.
You got that one delegate from Iowa.
I know that's right, Bill. See, if Mike went to go buy some votes, why ain't he going over there and fuck with Donald Trump a little bit?
Exactly.
And that way we don't got to worry about them to the end, and they can just both fight it out to the death and have a
billionaire versus billionaire.
Yeah, and have a motor combat fight, and then after that we'll come back into the swing of things. Mm-hmm. But it's surprised y'all that Biden won.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We had to get well, honestly, I think the fight is between Pete and Lizzie. Mm-hmm. I think Bernie and Joe, I think they're gonna be in it. Mm-hmm. Until we get closer to the end. But the ones I'm watching for Super Tuesday is Pete and Lizzie. Mm-hmm. And they gonna tell me where we going. And then it's gonna be Bernie, Joe, and then it's either gonna be Pete or Lizzie.
So Super Tuesday, you got Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia.
Yep, and then you go every week, then you get more and more. Yeah. But it's some big states.
All the way into June.
Yeah, it's some big states going.
Yeah.
Especially California, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
California, I don't know though.
How many delegates in California?
A lot. I don't know who California leaning towards. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's the people I ain't seen up here. Probably.
Well, I was seeing about your Yang sign, so I don't know.
California's probably leaning Elizabeth or Bernie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Probably not Joe. I ain't seen one supporter of Joe Biden out here.
Me either. Or Buttigieg.
No, I ain't seen no Buttigieg out here either.
Or Klobuchar. I don't even know.
It was actually more Yang gang out here.
Yeah, like California was loving Yang for some odd reason.
Yeah. And he out.
And Tom Steyer.
And Tom Steyer!
Nah, ass was loving Tom Steyer.
I was loving Tom. I think California's going to be Biden or whatchamacallit. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Sanders or Elizabeth Warren.
Tom ain't put enough money to it. He ain't
well,
flex.
Because if he would have did it, y'all would have had him in a conversation. Because that's what they kept talking about billionaires, and they never brought Tom into the billionaire conversation. You notice that? Uh-huh. And I think he got one of the most. And they casually never brought Tom into the billionaire conversation. Mm-hmm. Is that petty? And I'm like, but Tom is a billionaire with billions.
He is.
But I think Tom was giving a little bit back to the community a little more than the other two was. Mm-hmm. So I think he was ready for them to come at him, and he was going to check them. How are you feeling about Super Tuesday? Are you going to vote today, Monday, or are you going to wait to Super? You just going to wait in line?
I'm going to try to vote tomorrow or Monday. Monday.
Yeah.
I'm trying to vote Monday.
Me too.
Just go down to City Hall.
And I'm gonna need to be there for an hour.
Yeah.
Because obviously I didn't do my due diligence.
We fucking moved at the wrong time because I wanted to just take my packet down there.
Yeah, we had our packets, but it was delivered to our old house. Makes me sad. But y'all get out there and vote too. These primaries are important, and also those proposals and the things that are happening in your city. I know it can be frustrating. I know it can be a lot, but get out there and you guys to vote. No choice, okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty. What else is going
on? You seen that Candyman's trailer?
I did see the Candyman trailer. I like Jordan Peele. Mm-hmm. I like Jordan Peele. I like Monkey Paw. I like horror movies, so I'm here for it.
Maple
what
like it
you?
too.
You said y'all Maple be cutting up. I'm for it. Mm-hmm. Is Jordan Peele every couple of years he come out with something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen some thunk pieces.
Oh wow, you niggas are on thunk pieces already. They know Candyman's a remake, right?
Yes, but it's American classic. They say it's a black classic, like Leprechauns in the Hood.
And what did they think Jordan Peele gonna do? Make it white?
They said
don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Candyman.
You haven't seen Candyman?
Mm-mm.
Well, fun fact. So this dude.
Did this nigga say fun fact?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I just remember. So it was a bunch of bees. Oh, you don't even know. Like Candyman got a bunch of bees and shit.
Yeah, I remember the bees and the hook, and it's a black man with a long trench coat.
So he got $1,000 for every bee sting he got, and I think at one scene he got like 23 bee stings.
Oh my God, he lucky he ain't died. What?
Yeah.
On top of his salary.
Yep.
So they couldn't do anything where the bees weren't gonna bite him?
No, shit. You piss a bee off, you get stung. Jeez. You know, this coming out of his mouth and shit. Nose and ears and ass.
Oh my God. Maybe I should watch the real Candyman.
Yeah, you should.
Is it just one?
Yeah, it's just one.
No, I've never seen it. And it's all black, or the villain is Candyman just black?
No,
is it about slavery?
Let me give you a synopsis.
In my head, it's about like slavery on a plantation.
No, it's based off like a hood in Chicago.
And it's like a black man who like worked on the plantation in the field with the bees, and then like the white man locked him in the bees and he died, and so now he come hunt white people.
No,
that's not Candyman.
It's definitely not Candyman.
Oh, that's in my head. That's how it was. Why are you laughing at me? Huh?
Let's see what this is.
Yeah.
A skeptical graduate student, Helen, befriends Anne while researching superstitions in a housing project in Chicago near the North Side. From Anne Marie, Helen learns about Candyman, a knife-wielding figure of the urban legend that some of her neighbors believe to be responsible for a recent murder. After a mysterious man matching Candyman descriptions begin to stalk her, Helen comes to the fear that legend may be all too real.
Oh, that's not about slavery.
No, it's about the projects.
I'll watch Candyman, y'all, and I'll let y'all know how it go. It's probably bad. It sounds a little bad.
It's the black version of the Boogeyman.
Oh.
Sort of.
Do we need a black version of the Boogeyman?
Yes.
Don't we got black legends? I mean, black urban legends?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to watch it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see this new one because I'm in support of Jordan Peele and Monkey Paw and all things black. So I'm going to see it.
Gotcha.
How you feel about it? You've seen the original Candyman.
It was so long ago, but I used to be so damn scared of it.
What?
Yeah, like I remember like my brother and sister used to torture us. Like if
torture, that's a very strong word.
White people use Boogeyman as a way to like get kids to act in order.
Yeah.
So like if you don't sit down, the Boogeyman gonna come get you. So being a black kid and actually seeing the movie Candyman, they be like, "Oh, Candyman gonna come get you. Fuck the Boogeyman because we don't believe in that. But Candyman gonna come get your ass."
Exactly.
And you be like, "Oh no, not the bees and the dude with the hook and everything."
Was you scared of Freddy Krueger too?
No.
Jason?
No.
Huh.
I
missed that.
Candyman made it real because he was in the projects of fucking Chicago.
Is this a Nick Against My Black Heart?
Probably. Have you seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
No.
Oh, yep, that's another one.
I've seen People Under the Stairs. That's a black horror movie.
But it's not Leprechaun in the Hood, though.
What's another black horror? I've seen Tales from the Hood, all of them.
Oh.
Part 1 and 2.
Okay.
Huh.
Don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood.
No, we're talking about black horror movies. You seen Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yes.
You seen Bones?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go see Candyman remake, too. Okay. Come on.
You want to do Shout Out Monday?
Let's do Shout Out Monday. First one's from Juliana. It says, "Feel better, Niram. Sad face."
I feel better. Now it needs to be Feel Better, Nyambi.
Oh, child, come on.
What's this? We got one from Lauren. It says, Love is blind.
Jesus.
Hey, Niram Nyambi. I hope all is well in Colonizer Valley. I am a housing and residence life professional at mid-sized HBCU in North Carolina. For now, pray for my strength in the Lord because these Negroes kill me.
I bet. Just living in the Reds Halls kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're in the Reds Halls.
Yes.
How do we do it? I don't even think I can go in the Reds Hall now.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I've been on duty all week, so I've been binge watching Netflix for most of today. Have y'all heard of the show called Love is Blind?
Damn, you remember being on duty and you couldn't leave that bitch?
Remember your ass was on duty?
I do. I always stayed on duty.
Shit.
I forgot about that shit. Not being able to leave and having to have that fucking phone on you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
If not, the whole premise of the show is that they have, I think, 15 men and women speed date each other for 10 days. But the gag is
10?
they don't have an opportunity to see each other.
Okay.
Within those 10 days, they make a decision if they want to get married.
You niggas are trash.
Then they have,
married?
Yes. Then they have 30 whole ass days to get married. And they be dead ass. I typically hate these shows like this because I feel like it preys on people who are desperate for love and connection
or attention.
I hated Married on First Sight because I'm 87% sure that those people who episodes I seen have some kind of mental illness.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have that for all entertainment. But I can't turn off this show. I've been catching up on y'all episodes, so y'all voices are the second and third loudest in my head behind the lower.
Hold on,
Which is why I feel compelled to send this email. But I need y'all to look at this because I trust y'all to tell me that if I'm thinking too hard or if this truly some white people shit. And that they somehow then got us roped into it as well. I just need to know if I'm turning into a bitter single woman, hating those people finding love, and I trust my uncle, auntie, and cousins to tell me about myself. I do believe that love is ever evolving, but I refuse to believe that it has evolved into this. Peace and blessings.
Ciao. I ain't watching none of this. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to let Neram know he don't watch a few episodes, so you're gonna have to talk about the foolishness of the show. What you think about the show? I got other thoughts about like Love is Blind and Love at First Sight and like timing and stuff. But what you think about the show, Neram? I'm gonna watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
I've only watched like 2 episodes, and I've seen one proposal. And
what?
Yes.
Not 2 episodes. Come on.
And I've seen this black girl get proposed to by this black man, by this white man. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just interesting, right? That they go through all this, and it's almost like they text dating, or like y'all know if you remember back in the day when you met somebody when you from Skateland, and then y'all just be talking on the phone and shit, Or I had situations like this where it's like my cousin was dating this girl. She got a cousin that's single, and then we exchanged numbers, and we ain't never seen each other. Oh my God! And so we just be talking on the phone to be the other cousin, wingman and shit. This is what I feel like this is.
So are you saying people are lonely?
Yes.
And they want connection?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what that is.
This is connection without the stigma and the norms because you don't have to worry about other stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I think that other stuff comes into play like later on. Like, of course, like if this was like the forever thing, like yes, we can talk forever on the phone, and I can present like whatever you want me to present to you.
Yeah.
But like I think the real thing happens is when these niggas see each other face to face and like life getting to them. Life getting to
I think it's a show, it's entertainment, so I know that's why I got to add the marriage to it. But it's just like, damn, we just can't agree to date. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to just jump right to marriage. Mm-hmm. But when I think Love is Blind and like how quickly should you be together before you make major moves, like I think what happens is words and behaviors are out of integrity, right? So I think I do think stuff like this can work, but they don't work when your behaviors and your words are out of integrity, kind of like what you were saying. So you have to say what you mean to mean what you say. So when this doesn't happen, that's when breakdowns and shits begin to fall apart. For example, on the show, you might say one thing, I do this and I believe in this, but the way you show up is not like that, or vice versa. And then that's kind of the point of dating and having longer engagement. So you can basically just get more data points over this. Because in the short term, it's people break down because, again, your words and integrity are out of place. So you're doing one thing and saying another. And having the privilege of dating just allows you to see if folks' words and behaviors can be in integrity. And when it's not, it breaks down over time. Also, I agree, over time, looks matters less. I know we are in a culture with social media that we think looks are all that, but I honestly do believe looks, as you get older, as time goes on, as niggas back up what they say or don't back up what they say, let's mean less and less. If we being for real, booger woogers only account for 2 to 3% of the population. AKA booger woogers are people who are ugly inside and outside. And honestly, they tend to find each other. Okay. So I do think it balances out. So I do not think it's impossible to fall in love quickly, but I do think the lasting effects of that is hard because you have to be so secure in yourself and so secure in yourself and being able to communicate your needs, wants, and boundaries to another person. That's hard to find 2 people are in that space at the same time. Like, I do believe if 2 folks are in that space on this show, it could work out, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that from the commercial I seen when that girl letting that dog drink out her wine glass and then she drank it. So we just got different expectations and settings on ourselves. So sis, I don't think you're crazy. But the thing is, I don't think it's impossible because I think it has happened also where folks who've dated for a short period of time stay married. I have an uncle that dated my aunt for 3 months and they got married. And this is like their second marriage. So they grown. They in their 50s. They were in their 50s. They dated for 3 months. He proposed. They got married. And they've been married for almost 10 plus years now. So I do think it can happen. But it is something about them words and them behaviors got to be in clear integrity with each other. And you have to be able to articulate your thoughts, feelings, and emotions in situations that I don't think everybody able to do. And then I think with lights, camera, action on it, honey, it's hard to tell people no. What you like? Yeah, I like that too. Right. The black girl and the white man, I'm just curious how they never brought up race. That's the first thing I would have brought up. Are you not allowed to describe yourself on the show?
I don't know. Maybe
like, that's how I'm like, I really like, black things.
Like what? Like they don't even, like, you see with the editing, you don't see that type of stuff. Like you don't.
Like, how do you not play the 20 questions?
That's what that's what you don't see in the show, right? For the 2 episodes that I see. Like that's what you don't see. It's
so for Thanksgiving,
the minutia of
you
things. Right?
For Thanksgiving, do you eat dressing or stuffing? What are there raisins in your potato salad? Like, it's just certain things. I don't think it's impossible, but I think you got to be really tight with yourself. So, and long story short, says, "Nah, you ain't crazy." I know I ain't cut for it. Cause they proposed to me. I'm like, I can't really agree. Yes, but I can't agree to go to Red Lobster with you.
Nah, I'll be.
What? You would say yes to marriage?
Nah, I'll just be on there just to start up shit.
I'll be the one. You'd be the one having Mabel drink out your wine glass.
No, I'll be the one to like, I don't know if I'm proposing to anybody here.
What?
I don't know. They got to be.
Why does it have to be so intense? I mean, I know it's a TV show, but it's like shit. There was nothing in the middle. Did they go talking about you got to propose? Then they send their ass to the Turks and Caicos to plan the wedding. I think I seen a preview with the black daddy. They were like, "Do he know you black?" Or something real obvious. The daddy said it was hilarious. Okay, that's what I think. You got any other thoughts, Nirams?
No, I think it's interesting. I haven't seen.
It's good TV. Go ahead. I'm sure I haven't watched it, but I'm sure it's good TV.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so far fetched. But I guess long story short, do we believe love is blind? Love is blind, but social constructs ain't.
That's a word.
What?
That's a word, now.
What you mean? I do believe love is blind. I think you can fall in love with anyone, but it's so much social constructs in play that you have to be, as a black woman, right? That's something I have to take in consideration because I just can't move fluidly through the world. Maybe the white people love is blind, but as a brown woman, it's a lot of social constructs I have to take into consideration.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Which mean that's a word, right?
That's a word. Love is blind, but not social constructs.
All right, we got another email or what's going on?
Yeah, we got one from Fly News Guy, and it says, "Happy Black with no K history." Hey, Black Love Matters fam, your favorite Twitter cousin here checking in. It's been a while since I was able to catch up with you all since I've been moving around the Southeast yet again. Long story short, these colonizers got me fucked up. HR got involved.
Oh, Lord.
And the Black regional director had my back. The
Damn.
president was fired, and I am free from such a toxic work environment.
Good.
As us Baptist children.
Shake the devil off. Shake the devil off. Oh, I get chills thinking about that.
Naomi, I definitely felt you on a previous episode about slipping on Black History Month. Usually I'm all on top of Black History Month, but with different challenges, Black movie marathons, festivals, and more.
Yeah.
This year I found a new way to celebrate.
Oh, what'd you do?
Here's how I celebrated for this month so far. I copped 2 new Black books. Unseen, Unpublished Black History from the New York Times Photo Archives. I took your advice and got the hardback and the audiobook of The Mother of Black
You're
Hollywood.
going to love The Mother of Black Hollywood. Didn't you like it, Nirm? Nirm only like listened to it as I was cleaning. You like, what are you listening to?
It was interesting.
Oh, Jennifer Lewis did that fucking book. But I'm gonna look into this New York Times photo archives. That's bomb. Okay.
I have officially quit going to Korean-based nail salons and found a dope black manicurist.
Give her a shout out.
What did it say? At Ray Michelle Nails.
Yep.
And check this. She also does patties too.
Ooh.
She even helped me open my Black Boy Joy to this Black History Month with some dope nail art.
Child, shout out to you. Child, I went to a new nail salon too. You know, I was messing with the Koreans. I think I'm messing with the Japanese now, but I should look for a black nail artist. I might can find one in Oakland.
Officially made Herb and Eden our official soap plug.
Ooh.
Black Love Family. Make sure you check out them on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. All natural products by us. I started to research more on the untold heroes of Black history and honoring and remembrance of the prominent men and women whom we didn't typically highlight during this month. Yes, I love Brother Martin, but there are so many other Black history figures who contribute to the cause. Let's not forget them either.
Yeah.
Nyambi, as a part of Black History Month, yes, we will continue to store things on top of the refrigerator.
No, he ain't say refrigerator. He said refrigerator.
On the top of the refrigerator.
No, shit don't belong
My
there.
nigga.
I hate that. Yeah, that's some good idea. I'm gonna have to check out this new soap. It's called Herb, HERB, in like the letter N, and Eden, EDEN. I'm gonna check it out too. Thank you.
Yeah.
It says, love you guys. Remember, Black History is 365, not just during the shortest month of the year. Yeah, because they fucking did that to us. Niggas.
They did.
We got some voicemails.
We got some, but my stomach has been acting up.
Do we got to wait till later on in the week to do it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we'll do it later on in the week. All right, fam. Thank you for hanging in there as always. To submit a Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about, you can do it on our webpage, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media. That's Black Love Matters with no K. And don't forget the voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember,
Love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.